Hey everyone, welcome to another video of Returning to Our Roots, Connecting Families. Today I bring you a story that is deeply moving and full of pain, but also of hope. This is the account of Alair, the son of a mother whose baby was admitted to the Children's Hospital of Victoria in 1966 with suspected pneumonia. The little girl got better, but she never returned home. After a month of constant visits, the parents received the shocking news that their daughter had died and had already been buried, without any authorization or chance to say goodbye. Since then, the mother has lived with the pain and suspicion that, in reality, her daughter was taken from her, Today, this story connects with those of many other families who have also gone through similar situations. The purpose of this video is to give a voice to these mothers, to continue this search for justice, and, who knows, to reunite hearts that have been separated for decades. There are many stories similar to this one. In fact, the next video will also be about a story that's quite similar to this one as well, right? So, yeah, let's get to the video, to Alair's account so you can better understand the context of the story.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Yeah, Alair Olander Diaz, right? From Ju Domingos Martins Espírito Santo speaking here. I'm here to share a very sad event that happened in my dear mother's life, right? It was in 1966 at the Children's Hospital in Victoria. She had a daughter, and when the baby was about 12 or 13 days old, she became ill and was taken to the Children's Hospital in Victoria, right? Admitted with suspected pneumonia and stayed there. At that time, companions weren't allowed to stay, so my parents left the little one there and came home, right? But the next day they went to visit, and so day after day they would go visit this child. And according to my mother, the child never got worse. She arrived there in bad shape, but only got better and was completely cured. And then my mother was always wanting to bring her home, right? She just didn't understand why they wouldn't discharge her and let her take her home, right? Why can't I take my daughter home? She's already well. And the nurses would say, no, just leave her here. She hasn't been discharged yet. Give her to us. Give the little one to us. And my mother never had that idea, of giving away her daughter. She had her children. She raised them with a lot of difficulty, but with a lot of love. We were raised with a lot of love.
And so it went on, that whole thing. And I kept asking for the child.
Then one day when my mother went there after about a month with the child hospitalized, they would visit all the time. She only got better. Yeah, one day she made up her mind to go get the child. My father had gone to see her on Saturday, and then on Monday, my mother went determined, took the little blanket and said, today I'm not coming back without my daughter. And to her surprise, when she got to the hospital door, the nurses simply said, your daughter has passed away and has already been buried. And that hurt for a lifetime.
And I grew up, right?
I was born 2 years after that happened, and I grew up hearing my mother's lament day after day, talking about this story that hurt so much. And if she really had died and been buried, it would have hurt. But she knew where she was.
So that's how it is.
It's very sad to see that kind of sorrow, isn't it? And I always chased after it. Did a lot of things, I didn't have much understanding either, since we're from the countryside, so I didn't know where to look, but after a while I started searching, gathering evidence, I filed, opened a lawsuit, but it didn't go anywhere. I discovered several things, several facts that made us believe more and more each day that there was something very strange about all this, that this really couldn't have happened, They should never have buried that child without the parents' permission. Then in my search, I found out that this happened to several families. Mainly families from the countryside, It was always more often families from the countryside because I went to the public archives and was able to do some research there. Most of the children, it was children from the countryside. So in our search just recently, we managed to get a really good spot on TV Vitória here, Balanço Geral from Record TV in Vitória. We made a documentary there that was really well done, and it brought us a lot of people telling the same story. We've connected now, we have a WhatsApp group, and we also have our group on Instagram, right? Follow us there, right? So you can see each person's story. One is sadder than the next, but we have a lot of hope that we'll get somewhere. And in my heart, I'm sure that my sister didn't pass away, at least not at that time, no way. Because of the facts, because of the things that happened. And I have a lot of hope that I'll be able to find her one day, to be able to tell her the truth and to give that happiness to my dear mother, right?
Well, what happens? It's the DIF Children's Hospital of Victoria, right? There are many reports, yes, about cases like this, where the mother sometimes has just given birth, the child is born. The hospital simply says that the child passed away and has already been buried without any authorization, without the mother seeing the child's body. You understand? This was probably from the time when there was a lot of child trafficking. Children were sold to other countries, right? We don't know. But anyway, Alair said that her sister's name she had already been registered at the registry office. Her name was Angelica, okay? Usually, in these cases, the first name is kept, right? There's a new birth certificate with a different last name. In case this video reaches, Angelica, born in 1966, if you have doubts about your origins, if you look at your parents and your mother doesn't look anything like you, if you have doubts about your origins, you were born in 1966 maybe, sometimes on your birth certificate it might say you were born in Victoria, but they probably could have changed that record too, right? Or maybe not. They might have put that you were born in Victoria, but on a farm saying you were born at home. Like, there are always other similar cases, right? Do you know anyone with a similar story? Maybe the name was Angelica, born in 1966 in Victoria, okay? Get in touch with us. I'll leave the link in the video description, and I'll also leave the link in the first pinned comment. Get in touch with us, okay? We might be able to help and make this reunion happen, alright? So that's it. See you later. Thank you.